Hello, grade 4, how are you? Today we're gonna start our fifth lesson, and this lesson is lesson 1 in chapter 5. This lesson is called Land and Climate. And in this chapter, guys, we're gonna speak about the South or South of America, the South region in America. Okay, here is we're gonna start this first slide in your PowerPoint file on SMS. You will not find this picture, okay? I forgot to attach it, but I put it here. So let's check the map. This is the map of the world, guys. Why I post for you this map? Listen, if we check this map, you're gonna find here in the middle of the world, this is Europe, okay, in red color, and south of Europe, this is Africa, and here on the east, this is Asia, and here on the west, this is North America and South America. In the south, we could find Australia, and here Antarctica. Okay. My lesson today about South America. Where is America? America here in North America. North America, this is a continent. North America, this is a continent. This continent has three countries. This continent, North America, has three countries. What are these three countries? The first country in the north, Canada. In the middle, America. And in the south, Spain. Okay? Canada, America, Spain. So when I ask you, where is America? The United States of America. United States of America is located in North America, in the continent of North America. We're exactly in the middle. This part, look, this part is America. Okay. If you check America here, what's here? What this blue color? This blue color is the Atlantic Ocean. All of this is the Atlantic Ocean. Look, this is Atlantic Ocean. All of this water is the Atlantic Ocean. So America located along the Atlantic Ocean, okay? And what else here between America or between North America, this part, and between South America? This part is called Gulf of Mexico. This part or this kind of water is called, okay, Gulf of Mexico. So this is the Atlantic Ocean and this is Gulf of Mexico. Don't forget. Okay, let's start. Now we're gonna speak about what? We're gonna speak about the land of the South of America. Okay, here is again, if we zoom in North America, this is the map of North America. And as you can see, I told you that it includes three countries, Canada in north, America in the middle, this is America, and here is Mexico in the south, okay? America is located along what's here? The Atlantic Ocean. Here is the Atlantic Ocean. And what's here between North America and South America? This is Gulf of Mexico, okay? Today we're gonna speak about the South. Where is the South? This part is the South, guys. Look, this part is the South. This part where I'm pointing now, this is the South. Okay, so the South here, located along on the east, the Atlantic Ocean, and here is the Gulf of Mexico. So if we speak about the coastal plains of the South, you know that coastal plains means the land that border an ocean or the land that border any kind of water, sea, ocean, gulf, okay? So the South here has two coastal plains, has two coastal lines because it has what? It has the Atlantic Ocean here and it has Gulf of Mexico here. So the South has two coastal line or has two coastal plain. What are these? The Atlantic coastal plain, which is located along the Atlantic Ocean, and the Gulf or the Gulf of Mexico coastal plain. So look, the South coastal plain is formed by, it has two coastal plains, Gulf coastal plain and Atlantic coastal plains. This is if we speak about the coastal plains of the South. Okay. The second point in the title, we have highlands. I say highlands. So what the meaning of highlands? Highlands like mountains, like hills, like plateaus. All of these physical features are considered as high lands. Okay, so Is there any kind of highlands in the south? Yes, the south has two highlands. It has the Appalachian Mountains. Look, the Appalachian Mountains already start from the south. Look, it starts from the south and it's complete to the east, right? So the Appalachian Mountains and what else? Ozark Plateau. So what are the highlands in the south? We have two highlands in the south, the Appalachian Mountains and Ozark Plateaus. Okay, but as you can see, the Appalachian Mountains or Ozark Plateau, it's not found here in the map, but these two highlands are interior. What the meaning of interior? Interior means inside. Look, they are inside, not يعني near to the coast. No, they are away. They are far away from the coast. So an interior place means away from the coast. Okay. So again, we have two coastal plains and we have two highlands in the south. What are the coastal plains? Here, Atlantic coastal plain and Gulf coastal plains. Okay, what about the highlands? We have two highlands, Appalachian Mountains and Ozark Plateau. Okay, and by the way, both are interior, means inside, away from the coast. Okay. Now the second point, we have wetlands and water. Is the South, or do the South have, does the South have wetlands and water? Yes. You know, guys, that the Mississippi River starts here from the south and it goes along, okay, in the south and in the Midwest until it reached to North America. Okay, so the south largest river is the Mississippi River. As you can see, here are two maps for the Mississippi River and the wetlands. Okay, so these are, or this is the first the Mississippi River. Look, it starts here in the south and go until it reaches the north. This is the Mississippi River. Look, from the south till the north. Okay, so the South has part of the Mississippi River. The South, this is South America, has part of the Mississippi River. Okay. What about wetlands? Wetlands like this picture, guys. Look, all of these pictures for wetlands. Wetlands means land mixed with water, as you can see, okay? So this is land with water, this is land with water. So here, guys, wetlands like swamps and marshes. Those pictures are swamps and those pictures are marshes, okay? So swamps and marshes are wetlands, and there are many swamps and marshes in the south. And of course, guys, that water in general affect where people live. You know, guys, that people prefer to live near rivers, near oceans, near seas, near any kind of water. Okay, especially rivers, because what? Because they use the rivers and oceans in fishing. Rivers, we use it in farming. We use both oceans or seas and rivers also to move the goods and people. Okay, so most of people prefer or like to live near rivers, near oceans, near sea for farming, for fishing, for boating, for transferring goods and people, and so on. Okay, climate and wildlife. If we speak about climate and wildlife in the south, the climate of the south is warm, but it varies across the region. Okay, what the meaning of that? Listen, guys. You know, first, we talked that lesson in the first term that there are some factors that control or affect the climate. What are these factors? Number one, latitude. Number two, elevation. Number three, closeness to the water. Now, one, latitude. What the meaning of that? I mean here the equator. If your country near the equator, so you're gonna feel hot or it's a hot region. If your country away from the equator or far away from the equator, of course, it's cold country. Okay, this is for the equator. What about elevations? Elevations means highlands, like mountains, like plateaus, like hills. All of these areas are cold. Why? Because as we move up, okay, the weather or the climate start to be cold. Closeness to the water. Closeness to the water, it means your country near to the ocean or to a sea or not. So if your country near to an ocean or to an sea, of course you're gonna feel warm in winter and cool in summer, right? So here, if we check America, where is America, especially the south of America? The south is here. Look, the south is here. This area is the south. Look where I'm pointing now. This is the south of America. So the south of America is quietly close to the equator. Is quietly close to the equator. So because it's quietly to the equator, what is the climate? The climate is warm than the north. If we look at East America or North America, this part, no, this part is away from the equator. But this part, the south, look, this part, yeah, it's closely or it's quite close to the equator. That's why it's warmer than North America. Okay. For the growing season, okay, in the south, the growing season is long. So the people who live in the south can grow many crops for the most of the year. Okay, seasons and severe weather. I told you that the South has coastal areas like the Atlantic coastal plains and the Gulf coastal plains. These areas, guys, that's very close to ocean or to a Gulf, of course, it's warmer, okay, than any region. But in the same time, the winter is mild. Mild means good, warm. But the summer is hot and humid. What the meaning of humid? Humid means full of water, full of moist. What the meaning of humid? Humid means moist or having a lot of water. Exactly like the weather here in Port Said. It's humid and hot in summer, right? And it's warm in winter. So because the south has two coastal plains, so these coastal areas are warm in the winter and hot and humid in the summer. Okay, what about the regions in the south that has elevations like Ozark Plateaus or Appalachian Mountains? These areas, of course, guys, is colder than the coastal areas. So the coastal areas in winter are warm because they are very close to the ocean and to the Gulf. But the highlands, like these elevations, Ozark Plateau or Appalachian Mountains, no, of course they are colder or they are not warm as the coastal plain. Okay, what else about the weather? You know, guys, that there are some natural disasters that happens a lot in the south. Like what? Like tornadoes. Tornadoes strike the south a lot, especially Oklahoma, okay? And Florida also. So it has many tornadoes, and the south has many tropical storms. Tornadoes, with the meaning of tornadoes, it's a kind of storms or strong winds, okay? So these kind of storms or tornadoes, of course, cause heavy flooding and other damage. It damaged everything around. Okay. So if we check the period between 1900 and 1996, Texas had around 36 volcanoes and Florida has 57. You imagine the number? It's a big number, by the way. Okay, the last point we have about the South is the plants and animals. What about the plants and animals in the south? Plants and animals adapted to the climate of the south. I told you that it's warm in the coastal plain areas, okay, in the winter, but it's cold in the plateaus and in mountains areas. And in summer, it's hot and humid. This is the weather. So the plants and the animals try all the time to adapt to that climate. Well, the meaning of adapt, adapt to change according to find a better life in your environment. So adapt means to change in order to better fit the environment, to fit the environment. So here the plants that grow mainly in the south are mangrove. Mangrove trees, this is the picture of mangrove trees. Trees grow well in Florida, swamps. Swamps, this is the kind of wetlands, okay? And also for the animals, the south has many kinds of sea turtles, okay? So for the plants, mangrove, and for the animals, sea turtles. Okay, guys, I think our lesson today is very easy. Watch the video again, and if you need any information about the lesson, contact me anytime. Thank you and goodbye.